Hello everyone. In this session, we are going to start a new chapter called Working Capital Management. As per your syllabus, this is the second chapter. Now, in this session, we are going to discuss three aspects. First one is meaning of working capital. Meaning of working capital. Second aspect is forms of working capital. And the third thing that we are going to study is factors determining working capital. Okay. So meaning of working capital, forms of working capital, and factors determining working capital. These three concepts that we are going to study in this session. Now here, meaning of working capital and forms of working capital may appear for 6 marks. Okay. Together, you may get question for 6 marks, and factors determining working capital may appear for the 12 marks. Okay, theoretical aspect, both theory. Now let us begin with the meaning of working capital. Meaning of working capital. Now what is working capital? Working capital is the form of capital used to meet day-to-day expenditure. So first thing is it's a capital used to meet day-to-day expenses. Okay. Now you you have studied so long term capital. So long term capital usually uh, utilized in order to procure things, or in order to procure assets which are in fixed in nature. Okay, that means usually long term funds are used to procure fixed assets. But in the case of working capital, here short-term funds are used to meet day-to-day expenditure, and it is called as working capital. Okay. Now further, in day-to-day affairs, business affairs, there are certain expenditures. Okay. So as I've already said, it's a capital used to meet day-to-day expenditure, and in relation to this, there are plenty of expenditures like uh, salary. Okay, salary or wages. There will be certain purchases. Okay, maybe of raw materials or maybe of other things which are usually made daily basis. Okay, daily basis. In order to meet these expenditures, firms are in need of certain amount, or firms are in need of certain funds, and those funds are called as working capital. Okay. Now you came to know about the meaning of working capital. Now what is working capital? Working capital is the form of capital used to meet day-to-day expenditure. Usually in day-to-day business affairs, there are certain expenditures that are to be made somewhat daily basis. Okay, they are financed through working capital. So that means the summary of this is nothing but working capital is the working capital is the part of fund which is used to meet day-to-day expenditure. That's it. Okay, that is called as working capital. Now we'll go little further. What constitutes in working capital? Okay, what are the things included in working capital? Or yeah, things in, let it be, things included in working capital. Now here, instruments, first of all, what and all included here under working capital? Instruments which are easily convertible into cash. Okay, so without wasting much time, if we are able to convert any instrument, for that matter, maybe a certificate of deposit or maybe a share, whatever may be. Okay, so when it is easily convertible into cash in near future, so they'll be the part, they will be included in the working capital, or they are the part of working capital. So to give an example, stock of materials. Okay, stock of materials. Here, materials will be converted into finished goods, and finished goods are then sold. Okay, then after selling that, what happens? Will be getting cash or money. So that's what. Okay, then work in progress. So same, work in progress and stock of materials, both what you know, so follows same thing. That means work in progress will be converted into finished goods, and finished goods will be sold and cash is realized. Then stock of finished goods, stock of finished goods. So these things are the part of working capital. Then cash and bank balance, cash and bank balance, financial instruments, financial instruments, commercial paper. Okay, and or certificate of deposits. Okay, these things are included in the working capital. Okay, now you understood the meaning of working capital. So working capital is nothing but it's a form of capital used to meet day-to-day expenditure or daily expenditures. Usually in the business, there will be a lot of expenditures are need to be incurred on daily basis. Okay, and they are financed through this working capital. Usually, uh, the daily expenditures will be in the form of purchase of raw materials, payment of wages or salaries, expenditures on maintenance, maybe sometimes. Okay, maybe telephone bills or phone bills, then maintenance of IT. Suppose if you are having computers, okay, maintenance of that, okay, etc. Okay, they are usually etc. in the sense stationaries, all other things. Okay, xerox, all other things. Usually you will be incurring expenditures on these things on daily basis. Okay, so in order to finance these things, you need certain amount, and that is called as working capital. And the items included in working capital, as I have mentioned earlier already. Okay, stock of materials, work in progress, stock of finished goods, then cash at cash in hand at bank. Okay, then financial instruments, commercial papers, or certificate of deposits. These are all included in the working capital. The next will move towards the second concept, that is forms of working capital. Forms of working capital. There are four different objectives made the working capital into four types. Forms or types of working capital. So there are, on the basis of objectives, we can classify working capital into 4 types. So first one is a gross working capital. Gross working capital. Now, what is this gross working capital? Now, gross working capital is the total investment made by the firm in current assets. Okay, it's a total investment in current asset. Okay, now what about current assets? What are the current assets? I repeat once again, gross working capital, it is nothing but it's a total investment in current assets. Now, what are the current assets? So current assets include cash in hand, cash in hand, cash at bank, money market instruments, the sense those things which can be easily converted into cash. Okay, then also include money market mutual funds, bills receivables, inventory in the sense of stock, okay, prepaid expenses, and accrued income. Okay, so here it may be noted that gross working capital is partly financed by current liabilities and partly by long-term liabilities. Okay, so this current assets are partly financed by short-term liabilities and partly by long-term liabilities. So 50-50. So gross working capital includes all the current assets, and current assets I have already mentioned: cash at hand, cash in hand, cash at bank, money market instruments, money market mutual funds, bills receivable, okay, stock, prepaid expenses, accrued incomes, and these are financed through partly by short-term liabilities and partly by long-term liabilities. Okay, so this is about the gross working capital. Now, the next form of working capital is net working capital. Next form is net working capital. Now, what is this net working capital? Gross working capital, you came to know. So gross working capital is nothing but it's the investment in current assets, the full investment in current assets. Okay, and these current assets are financed through current liabilities. So partly current liabilities and partly by long-term liabilities. Now, what is this net working capital? Now, net working capital, it is the excess of current assets over current liabilities. So here net working capital is nothing but is equal to current assets minus current liabilities. The difference what remains, so that is called as net working capital. Now, net working capital is fully financed through long-term funds. Long-term funds. So usually current assets are matched to current liabilities, and whatever remains, so that is financed through long-term funds. Now, in the previous form, I mentioned the items involved in the or included to be included in the current assets. Now here, what are all the things that are to be included in current liabilities? Okay, so current liabilities include bills payable, bank overdraft, deposit from customers, dealers deposit, outstanding expenses, and short-term provisions. Okay, so we are in the second form of working capital. So that is net working capital. Net working capital is nothing but current assets minus current liabilities. Here we have seen in the previous form about the items to be included in the current assets. Okay, now the question arises, what are all the things to be included in the current liabilities? I have mentioned here current liabilities includes bills payable, bank overdraft, deposit from customers, dealers deposit, outstanding expenses, short-term provisions. And the difference, that is current assets minus current liability, whatever remains, that is financed through long-term funds or long-term liabilities. Now, the third form of working capital is permanent working capital. Now here, this permanent working capital, we can assess easily when the when each and everything is going on in a fixed terms, in the sense, uh, suppose if there is a demand fixed demand and supply. Suppose if we know that yearly, suppose 10,000 products are demanded. In that situation, the necessary steps or necessary action can be taken to supply the required goods or products to the market, and so that we can maintain necessary raw materials well in advance, necessary labor forces well in advance. Okay, so these are all the things require permanent working capital. Okay. um, of course, suppose if there is a higher change in labor rate from one year to another, and there is frequent fluctuations in raw material prices from one year to another, in that situation definitely it would be bit difficult to maintain permanent working capital. But assuming labor rate and raw material prices are remain same throughout all the years, okay, on that assumption, we can maintain permanent working capital, because every year there is a demand for 10,000 units of products, and 10,000 units of products may require uh, 5 units of raw materials and 10 units of labor. Let us assume in that way, okay, in units, let us take in that way. And these two things won't change. Suppose if a customer demands, or market demands 10,000 units for throughout 10 years, okay, in that situation these things won't change, right? So assuming labor rate and raw material prices remain same, these things won't change. So in that situation, easily we can assess the necessary or required amount of working capital for the 10 years, okay, for the 10 years duration, and we can have a permanent working capital. But of course, things will change if there is fluctuations, maybe in the case of demand, or maybe in the case of uh, raw material, maybe in the case of prices of wages. Okay, so in that situation definitely, so there will be fluctuation. Now we'll go in detail about permanent working capital. Now here permanent working capital is needed throughout the year, and maybe from one year to another it remains same or fixed. Permanent working capital usually financed through long term source of finance. Okay, now here permanent working capital means so it is needed throughout the year, throughout the year. So it is fixed from one year to another. Okay, one to another, and it is financed through long term source of finance. Long term source of finance. Now the fourth form is temporary or fluctuating working capital. Fourth one is fluctuating working capital. Fluctuating working capital. Now here a sudden increase or decrease in activity makes need of working capital to fluctuate. This may be due to, as we discussed earlier in the previous point, fluctuations in demand, okay, getting unexpected orders, okay, risk or decrease in prices of raw materials, decrease or increase in prices of raw materials, temporary rise in wages due to the overtime work, etc. So these are all the situation mainly causes to fluctuate the working capital need. Okay, so this is about the fluctuating working capital. Now let us move towards further let us move towards the factors influencing or factors determining size of the working capital. Factors determining size of the working capital. Now here first thing is nature of business. Working capital size ಅನ್ನ ಯಾವುದು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. So there are plenty of factors which determine the working capital size. Okay, the amount which is needed to meet day-to-day expenditure, so that is depends upon various factors. So under that, first one is nature of business. When the firm is having a heavy operational size, okay, definitely it will have a large number of employees, it will have a large amount of operations. Okay, in that situation it need more working capital. Suppose a firm involved in firms involved in heavy industries, a firm involved in heavy industries, like steel, cement. Okay, steel, cement. So in this situation this kind of firm require huge amount of raw materials for the production of cement or steel. Okay, and also they require huge amount of labor. So in this situation the working capital need is more, because when there is a huge number of laborers you need to pay huge amount of wages or salaries. So in the case of raw materials, suppose if suppose if you are in need of more amount of raw material, you need to pay more, right? So that's what. So here in this case you need to have more working capital. And firms involved in public utilities, Okay, public utility. In this situation, um, to give an example, railway. So Indian Railway is one of the uh, firm which is having the highest number of employees throughout India. Okay, Indian Railways, and definitely in order to pay salaries, they need a lot of crores. Okay, so in that situation, working capital is much needed, or working capital is high in this situation. So railway, airway, airway. Okay, so you may be knowing. Uh, so almost all 2.5 hours ಜರ್ನಿಗೆ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಿಂದ ದುಬೈಗೆ ಅಥವಾ UAE ಗೆ ಟೂ ಅಂಡ್ ಹಾಫ್ ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 2.5 ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 2.5 hours ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. 2.5 hours ಜರ್ನಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ 17 ಟನ್. ಓಕೆ, 17 ಟನ್ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈ 17 ಟನ್ನಿಗೆ ಆಗುವಂತ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಪಿಗೆ 8 lakh rupees ಫಾರ್ ದ ಏರ್ವೇಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಡೈಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿನಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಟ್ರಿಪ್ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರು, 5 hours ಜರ್ನಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, 16 lakh ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಇದು ಕೇವಲ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೈಟ್ ಪೆಟ್ರೋಲ್. ಸೊ ಅಗೇನ್, ಸೊ ಕ್ರೂ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್, ಪೈಲಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ ಇಬ್ರು. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಯಾರು ಏರ್ ಹೋಸ್ಟೆಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಪರ್ ಡೇ ದೇ ಮೇ ನೀಡ್ ಸಮ್ ವಾಟ್ 20 to 25 lakhs. ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ 25 lakhs ಪರ್ ಡೇ. ಸೊ ಏರ್ವೇಸ್ ಬರೀ ಒಂದು ಫ್ಲೈಟ್ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಒಂದು ಅವ್ರದ್ದೊಂದು ಫ್ಲೀಟ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಒಂದು 100 ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, 50 ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಫಿಫ್ಟಿ ಪ್ಲೇನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ 25 lakhs ಇಂಟು 50 ಮಾಡಿ ನೋಡಿ, ಪರ್ ಡೇ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು. 25 lakhs ಇಂಟು 50. ಸೊ ಪರ್ ಡೇ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವೆನ್ a firm is involved in public utilities like railways, airways, and power generation and all, okay, they need a huge amount of working capital to maintain day-to-day operations, or to run day-to-day operations. Then the firms which are included in mining. Okay, mines. So in mines, you usually coal, okay, copper. So these are all the things extracted from the earth. Okay, gold. In this situation, labor force will be huge. Okay, so labor cost will be more. So in order to pay maybe daily wages, maybe monthly salary, okay, in that situation, firm needs huge amount of working capital. And in the case of automobiles, a firm involved in automobile sector also, okay, here too there is a need of working capital to meet labor charges, okay, plus the raw materials which are needed to produce or manufacture the finished goods components. So this is about the first aspect, or the first factor which have an influence over the size of working capital. Okay, then next we'll move towards the second one. So that is the scale of operation. Scale of operation. If the firm operates in large scale, it requires huge amount of working capital. And if the firm is having a small scale operation, in that situation, it requires a small amount of capital. Okay, working capital. So it is evident, and I think more explanation is not needed on this point. Suppose if you want, you can take your own example. Suppose if you are having a shop at Shirwa, okay, you can establish, or you could establish at rupees 50,000, okay, capital. And daily to run this business, you may need somewhat 20,000 as working capital. Okay, 20,000. Suppose if you want, you can reduce 10. Okay, 2,000 working capital per day. And again, suppose if you are willing to, or suppose if you open a shop at Udupi, okay, another branch or another shop, Udupi, again with 50,000 capital. So this is fixed. Here too, you may need 2,000 working capital. Suppose if you go on opening your shops in few areas, the need of working capital, that is the amount needed to maintain day-to-day operation, that goes on increasing. See, okay. Suppose if you restrict yourself to one particular branch, in that situation, only 2,000 is sufficient. So this is about the scale of operation. The next third thing is length of operation cycle. Okay. Length of operating cycle. Okay. Operating cycle. So ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಜನರಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಬಹುಶಃ ಈಗೆಲ್ಲ ಲಾಕ್ ಡೌನ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಮಂದಿ ಗೋಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಯರ್ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ, ಪಾನಿಪುರಿ ಪ್ರಿಯರ್ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ. ನಾನು ಅದೇ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಗೋಬಿ ಮಂಚೂರಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ನಾನೊಂದು ಗೋಬಿ ಮಂಚೂರಿ ಶಾಪ್ ಹಾಕಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಒಂದು 5 kg ಕಾಲಿಫ್ಲವರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಗೋಬಿಯನ್ನ ನಾನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, 5 kg. ಒಂದು ದಿವಸಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಫ್ರಮ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟಿಲ್ ನೈಟ್, ಲೇಟ್ ನೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೇಟ್ ನೈಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಫುಲ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಂದು. 5 kg ನಾನು ತಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈಗ ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನ 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಆಗುವ ಹಾಗೆ, ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೋಬಿ ನಾನು ತಂದಿದ್ದು ಗೋಬಿ ಮಂಚೂರಿ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾನು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಸರಿಯಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ 5 kg ನಾನು ತರ್ತೇನೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಾಯಂಕಾಲ ಆಗುವವರೆಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಯ್ತು. ಫೈನ್. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೇಸ್ ನಂಬರ್ 1. ಸೊ 12 ಗಂಟೆಗೆ ಖಾಲಿ ಆಯ್ತು, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ ಲೇಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ತನಕ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ನೀವು ಅಸ್ಯೂಮ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಈಗ 5 kg ತಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಗೋಬಿ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. 12 ಗಂಟೆ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, 0 ಸೇಲ್. ಸೊ 5 kg ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಹಾಗೆ ಉಳಿತದೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಲೇಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿಯೂ ಕೂಡ ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 5 kg ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಇನ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ, ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು. ಸೊ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಡೇ ಇದನ್ನೇ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವೇಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿಸಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎಣ್ಣೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯಿಸಿ ಇಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ, ಇದನ್ನೇ ಇಡ್ತೇನೆ. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತೀರಿ, ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, ತಿಂತೀರಿ. ಸಮ್ ವಾಟ್ 5 kg ನಾನು ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 2 kgs ಉಳಿತದೆ. ನನ್ಗೆ ಹಿಂದಿನ ದಿವಸದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಉಂಟು, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಮತ್ತೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಮೇಂಟೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಲೇಟ್ ನೈಟ್ ಆಗುವಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಕಂಪೇರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್, previous situation with the current situation. See here, when the operating cycle is very shorter, I approached the seller, or I went to buy further 5 kg of gobi, right, to prepare gobi manchuri. And again, so late night aguvaga ella sale agi hoytu. So when the operating cycle is much shorter, or when the operating cycle is shorter, in that situation working capital is needed very less. Okay, when the operating cycle is much bigger, so in this case there are 2 days gap. Okay, 2 days. So in this situation, I need high or much higher amount of working capital than to the previous case. Because in this case, in the first case, okay, in the first case, suppose ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದಿಬ್ರು ಕೆಲಸದವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಈ ಕೆಲಸದವರಿಗೆ ಡೈಲಿ ವೇಜಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. 5 kg ತಂದೆ, ಮಧ್ಯಾಹ್ನದೊಳಗಡೆ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಯ್ತು, ಆವಾಗ ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ನನಗೇನು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬಂತು, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ನಾನೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸ್ಯಾಲ್ರಿ ಕೊಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸರಿಯಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ 5 kg ತಂದೆ, ಸೊ ಅದೇನು ವರ್ಕೌಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ನನಗೆ, ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಲಾಭ, ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಏನೋ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಸೇವಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫರ್ದರ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ಗೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ನಾನು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಳಸಬಹುದು, ಅದು ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ the length of operating cycle, if it is shorter, much shorter, in that situation working capital needed is less, because whatever profit that we are going to earn, that itself can be turned towards the needed working capital, or needed can be turned towards the day to day expenditures. To meet day to day expenditures, whatever profit that we are earning, that can be utilized. But when there is a higher length of operating cycle, in that situation we need extra sum. Okay, see here, in the first day here, zero sales, right? Zero sales. But ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಒಂದಿಬ್ರು ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯೀಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಡೈಲಿ ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಹಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಝೀರೋ, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಝೀರೋ. ಸೊ ನನಗೆ ಮೇಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆರ್ ಯು ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್? ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಚುವೇಶನ್ ಐ ನೀಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಾ ಮನಿ to meet this. So this is what, when the length of operating cycle is much higher, we need higher amount of working capital. If it is shorter duration, in that situation the amount of working capital needed is very less. I think it's almost time now, somewhat 30 to 35 minutes I have spent on explaining the few concepts. I think for today's class it's sufficient. We'll discuss further few points, further more points on the forms of working cap, on the factors influencing size of working capital. Thank you. We'll see you in the next class.